I mean, yeah, that's it.
Just one topic. What's that topic?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the topic is at the moment, but yeah, I mean,
AI. I thought we were talking about AI tonight.
AI.
We've had those conversations. We've had
quite a few conversations on AI.
I mean, we had all the SkyWars competitors begging to come on tonight because they wanted to grill you.
They did.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Mikrit and Timmy and Jacob Pierce. They all like, hey, we want to invite to this interview because we got questions.
We got questions. All right, fair enough.
Oh man.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Pyro Unleashed. Tune in weekly as Donnie and David discuss all things pyro, from the business aspect of the industry to technical tips and mesmerizing pyro designs. On Pyro Unleashed, we invite cutting-edge experts to the podcast to discuss their role in making this industry a success. So, sit back and unleash your inner pyro with us.
Hey everybody, CJ here with Muxboard, and if you're serious about your firing system, you need accessories you can trust. I've been designing custom slats, breakout boards, adapters, and more for over a decade, and it kind of makes Muxboard the industry OG. Still not sure?
Hey everyone, Den Fireworks checking in here to say I have chosen Muxboard.
I'm Brian McVeigh, and I chose Muxboard.
And again.
I'm Joey Pewitz, and I choose Muxboard.
And again.
I'm Brandon, and I choose Muxboard.
And again.
Hi, I'm the Pyro Santa, and I use Muxboard.
And again.
I'm Canada, and I choose Muxboard.
Every Muxboard slat and breakout board is designed to meet or exceed IPC electronics industry standards. And that's a level of quality and reliability you're not going to see just anywhere. Don't settle for less. Head over to the new website and check it out for yourself. That's MUUXBRD.com. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
So how things been going, Rob?
They're pretty good. Yeah, can't complain. We're good. We're off and running. We're sold out early this year, which always makes it's kind of weird. When it gets sold out early, it feels like there should be more to do. I mean, there's always stuff to do, but in years past, this time of year is particularly busy figuring out how can we get more people to the event, and now it that sort of goes away. It comes with its own set of problems with all these people who can't believe it's really already sold out. I'm like, sorry, go to Tixel, I guess, and put your name on the list. There's like 300 people on the waiting list on Tixel. So by the way, if you're trying to get rid of tickets, they will sell immediately if you put them on Tixel.
All right.
But you're going the wrong way. You should be keeping your tickets, not selling them.
Agreed.
Yeah. Lots of pirates out there looking.
Yeah, that's right.
So I guess I know we're going to talk about SkyWars, obviously, but if we kind of rewind back a little bit to last year's.
Yeah,
sure.
We haven't really talked since last year. I mean, last year we saw some pretty good shows last year.
We did. We did see some great shows. I've gone back and watched them all a few times. I mean, really, really good stuff. I thought there's a couple of moments that stand out, but both of our shows that won. I mean, all the shows are always great. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, at any other event, any one of those shows is a winner. It's just unfortunately we have to pick one. And on the pro side, what Mikrit did with those smoke shells, that scene, I'm convinced that won it for him. I mean, my wife, who's always one of my, she gives me the scoop from what's happening in the audience, and she's like, Rob, you don't understand. People were crying during that scene. I'm like, I don't blame them. It was amazing. It was a beautiful scene. And, the video of that and like the drone video of it, it's just great. And then I don't know what to say about the finale work that Sean did in the Pro-Am, but I mean, I don't know how many comments that was in the last 30 seconds. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And the wheels, he did a great job with the wheels. Yeah. And I mean, as I said, all the shows were great, but just a couple of standout moments from those winning shows for me anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I will say, watching those two shows, you know, I thought it was a pretty clear winner, as to who won those. And, you know, Hodder always does something pretty epic. I know he's got something pretty crazy lined up for PGI's opening night show for the closure of that. So yeah, and then obviously you know, Mikrit's display was just absolutely, you know, mind blowing. The smoke scene, obviously, like you said. Yeah. The rest of the show was pretty good too. Obviously, you know, it won, right? So but
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, that smoke scene, and, you know, Donnie and I have had some conversations on that. Like, you know, do you think it was the smoke scene itself, or do you think like the halo in the sky, like,
yeah,
for whatever reason it was there,
right? I mean, it was the combination of that plus the, you know, the fact that just the way it was outlined in white, you know, and you could see the light on it. I mean, it was really, the combination of those two things was great.
Yeah.
And that's how it usually is. I mean, most people, if you say, you know, tell me about that show, you don't remember all of it. You just like usually a couple scenes that you're like, that was awesome. And that's, and I'm sure the judges, I mean, it's hard to, I've been a judge once or twice, not at SkyWars, obviously, but it's hard. And, you know, I really do think you have to stand out just a couple of ways so somebody remembers something. Often it's the finale. You know, if you miss the finale, you're sort of sunk. But every now and then there's a few other moments where you're like, wow, that was really cool what they did there.
It is funny you say that. Like, as I'm sitting here scripting a show, like, you always try and make the beginning really good and then the end really good, and then you create captivating moments, like blips, I feel like, throughout the show, and you try and create something fairly epic in each one of the songs to make it stand out in its own way. Like, you know, it's the same designer, right? But you want each song to be its own pyro musical of sorts, and then the end to have just this hoorah of excellence. So
you get a little bit of that, you know, a good finale and a few scenes like that will forgive a lot of sins elsewhere in the show. That's for sure. People won't remember the 4 charcoal comets and the 1 orange comet going the other way.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess let's get into this year. Man, I can't believe the amount of people that have contacted us going, when is Rob coming on? So we've been really excited to have you on, and I guess let's just get right into it. What's the date this year?
We're down to 5 months here now.
5 months,
I know,
right?
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, holy cow, it's like closing in on us all of a sudden.
Yeah. So it's the last Friday or last Saturday in September, correct?
September 26th.
26th, yeah.
Although these crews come out earlier and earlier, it's like
I heard like Thursday the week
standing
before.
Standing at the edge of the field on Monday going, can we go out yet? We're like, well, there's no stripes on it yet, guys. Give us a minute.
Big shows to set, man. We need all that time we can get.
That's right. That's true. Yeah. That is true.
Yeah. This year is going to be... shows get bigger and bigger. And I think this year is going to be, it's going to be even bigger.
There's no such thing as any show that's less than 3,000 cues anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are just, you know, even just watching over the last few years, it was like, if you go back 5 or 6 years, you know, 1,000, 1,200, and then, you know, 2,000. I think Scott Smith, the year that he won in 2020, I guess, he was like shy of 2,000 cues, I think. And now, you can't touch it for that.
I'm sitting here trying to pull up, see if I can find the show that I did.
So for this year, so obviously to kind of do that, are we having? So we do a similar format this year: 3 pro-ams, three pro shows,
3 pro-ams, 3 pros. We are not going to have our unlimited show this year.
Okay.
Okay.
Part of it is we're trying to find extra space for these pro shows that have they ballooned a little bit. In fairness, we're giving them more budget, and everybody wants to win. So I'm sure that just like in the past, there's going to be extra stuff thrown in. There's lifts galore. I think my current lift count is 10. So I don't know where we're going to put them all, but we're going to put them out there. It's going to be great. We'll figure it out. I just keep telling, hey, tell us what you want to do. We're going to do our best to figure out how to Jenga it in out on the field out there. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have that. We're not going to do the unlimited this year. We'll probably bring it back, but just for this particular year, like let's just try without. And mass launch, of course. Try and go a little bigger. Brian's, that's Brian Tieman's little pet project, and it's the 250th anniversary. That's for 150 cases. He's like 250. We should have 250 cases. So that's his.
So that's his
goal. I don't know what he's going to do yet. He said something about red, white, and blue. I'm like, I don't know. So we'll see what he cooks up.
Don't know.
That might have come up in a conversation him and I had right before last year, I think.
Yeah. The problem with Crackle is, let's face it, it's the best for mass launch.
It makes the most noise. Yeah.
It's hard to beat it. We've done a bunch of stuff over the years, but Crackle's the best. I don't know if were you guys there for the whiteout one where it was all white strobe? This is going way back. This is probably 2010, 2011, something like that. And the soundtrack was brilliant. I don't remember who did it, but it was the National Weather Service has issued a severe storm warning, a blizzard, and then it was, I don't know how many cases of white strobe cakes. So it was pretty good too.
I will say that the Mass Crackle last year was pretty nice.
I mean,
it was
insane.
It was very, very well done for all the Crackle. Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah,
because I think the last time that Crackle happened was in 2016.
Has it been that long?
I think so.
We did red one year. We tried salutes. That wasn't good. There weren't enough salutes. And that was before, like nowadays, I feel like it's easier to get your hands on salutes. There's a lot of stuff that has it. But at the time it was, like we were getting a bunch of 1-3, like it just was tough to do. So in retrospect, a bad idea. There've been a bunch of things, but Crackle's the best.
It stands
out.
And
this last one was great.
Yeah,
just when you thought it couldn't get
build-up was
more intense, it just kept getting more intense.
It was crazy.
James Howard special. So he's on tap to shoot it again this year. We'll see what he comes up with. We'll see. First of all, we'll see what product we have, and then we'll see what he comes up with.
So who's doing the national anthem this year? Are we releasing that yet?
We've got who do we have doing the national anthem this year? I can't think of it. Mo Pyro member. He's going to be really pissed when he sees this. And goes,
we'll crop it out. Find it out, and then I'll re-ask.
I apologize now. I can't remember who's shooting the national anthem. It'll be good, though.
Okay.
Yeah. It's always good. I mean, national anthem seems to always, it's always very well done.
It's a collaborative club thing, typically. So, it'll be great.
And then our 3 pro-am competitors.
Our 3 pro-am competitors. So we've got Nathan Dexter from Carmel, Illinois, and we've got Chad Flanders from Hickman, Nebraska, and then Jacob Pierce from Parker, Texas. So, Nathan. They all great. All great shooters. Yeah. Nathan did a show. One of the things that he submitted was a show that was a cancer show that he did, a tribute. And really, if you get a chance to see it, I don't know if you guys have seen that online, but
I have,
really well done. Yeah. I mean, really well done. And of course, Jacob was down in Texas last year, and so he shot that, and that was a good one. And then Chad had some just nice stuff, and every year, but he doesn't have, I think those those big shows like some of these other guys have, but you see that he's got the capability, and we're like, this is, every now and then we see a guy that we're like, I think this guy's got it. And the last example of that is Mike Allen. I mean, if you looked at the stuff that he submitted, just nothing at that large scale, but you get little glimpses of like, oh, I think he gets how to layer and how to time and, use of color, and you just get the sense that they've got it. So I think we've got the lineup's just spectacular this year.
Really. Do you know about how many entries you had, or?
I think there were 12 or 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it varies. When we've had, I mean, these days we usually get, at least 10 or 12. In the old days we got, there were years where we were, all right, we're out looking. And we do it. Yeah. And it was funny because what used to happen as the queue counts got bigger, it was harder to find for a while because people thought, God, it's just a lot of work, and I don't know. And but I think as the event has continued to elevate, and as people see the kind of things that shows that people are putting up and get excited, and they're like, we can do this. And so lately it just seems like even though the queue counts keep going up, there's still interest. So so that's good.
No, I mean, I think part two. I mean, you actually can see that teams are able to put up those queue counts and not have very big teams out there, and I think it gives you more confidence that you can pull together enough of a squad to put up a show. And so I'd say it's kind of good to kind of see that there's some interest out there and people are wanting to step up and make that thing, because I feel like SkyWars can be an intimidating site. I mean, it's it's big. It can be big.
It's a big site. It's a big, the big audience and big energy. And when you're sitting down there at the shooter's table, I mean, it's kind of electric sitting down there for sure.
Yeah.
And, I think guys are there's starting to be more people with more experience though, too. A lot more people working with Finale, a lot more people working with the firing systems to do pyro musicals, and enough information out there about how to do a more technical show, and not just slap some igniters on cakes and a couple single shots, but more and more people trying to figure out how to do things. And then I think people just have better pipelines. They understand the work pipeline better.
Yeah.
How do you label? What's the best way to get organized? How should you sort what comes out of Finale so you're not, running all over and trying to figure out. You don't have like this jumble of comments going, I can't figure out, where's the label for this? I can't find it. So it's just people are getting more sophisticated with how they're doing that, and I think it makes it easier to do it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know. Let's get into some rules. What any rule changes for the? Let's go pro-am. Let's start pro-am.
We haven't even talked about the pros yet. I mean, we got
Well, all right. Let's. we don't need to talk about them yet. No,
we got some good. There's a couple jokers on there. I mean, some of these guys I don't even know.
Yeah, I know.
This guy from Kansas City.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Donnie
I wouldn't trust him.
I don't remember.
I wouldn't trust any of those people on that pro shows.
Yeah, they're gonna be. It's funny because Tyler from IPC, 2022. I mean, he was like 22 at the time. He's an old man now. He's like, yeah. So, that'll be good. And then have John coming back. I mean, I can't imagine 2 years in a row, but that's what these guys sign up for when they do it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be 3 incredible shows. I will say, I think it's going to be one of the best SkyWars events to date by far. To see just the names out there, the sheer the quality of shows that I know these 3 guys can bring, and it's going to be a great event. So
right, yeah.
I mean, as far as putting money towards shows, is this the most money that you guys have put towards shows for SkyWars?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. That's always it. Our philosophy on the event is, I would say there's like 3 things. Number one, how do you make the event better for the shooters? Like, what can we do? What are the ideas? How do we provide them more time? Can we provide more support? In the old days, we wouldn't, it was like the product, couldn't get it in advance. And now it's like, well, look, how do we get it to them so they can start working with it?
Yeah.
How do we get more more budget in their hands. That's all. That's a lot of it. And then I think it's working with the sponsors and how do we do a better job for them. And then the last thing is just how do we take the lessons learned from 2025 and apply them to 2026. So it's actually pretty easy. It's like, what can we do different? Or let's do that and try it. And if it doesn't work, then what can we do different? And let's do that and try it. So, from the early days, it's been, how can we just get more budget in the hands of these crews? And I think we've done a pretty good job with it. If you go back to 2019, even, I mean, if you go back to the last before the last site, so you go back to Brookdale, so 2016 through 2018, no budget. It was on you. So if you want to come shoot, great, bring a show, thanks. So and that's changed a lot. I mean, we got we'll put up $140,000 in one night. So that's pretty good, and that's at hard cost. Mm-hmm. So where else are you going to get a show where you've got at this size, everything's at wholesale, no labor costs. You just couldn't. I don't even know what it would cost to put this show on if you tried to pay somebody to do it. All the crazy people in that field and for months in advance, and you just couldn't. It would be really difficult to do it.
Yeah. Yes, it would. Yeah, I remember, like I said, my first year there was in 2016. And I was with the closing show that year, and it was a lot of fun. It was the first Pyro musical that I had ever shot or seen. The whole event was brand new, and it was mind blowing. And then to look at it from what it was then to now, it's like it's a completely different. I mean, it is a different event, but it is a completely different event, right? Very different. Yeah. So.
Well, even I shot in 2013, 2014. And in 2013, it was the very first Pyro musical I'd ever shot. I had a brand new Cobra system. I'd never used it. And I walked out onto the field to set it up. And luckily, I've told this story before. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but Scott Smith from Cobra was there. And, I'm like, hey, man, I haven't ever used this before. Can you take a look at it? So he looks at my script. And he's like, yeah, this is going to work. Because I was running a really old version of the Cobra software that would only do 1/10 of a second resolution. It wouldn't do 100th of a second. So it might have been 2.0 or 2 something. I mean, it was old. And he's like, your script, it's just, I'm like, what's going to happen? He goes, I'm not sure if it's going to shoot these at the wrong time or just not shoot these cues. And I was like, well, that's not good. And so he, in the field, while everything is matched and landed, he field upgraded all my units in the field while they were connected to the show. So anyway, it went off great.
Wow. Wow. That's cool. That's crazy.
What a story though, for sure.
Yeah, that's the fun. Yeah. That's the stuff you remember. That's when I had I think it was Ron Swartz had one of the first wheels I'd seen. He had a 60-foot lift out there and had a wheel. And I remember looking up at it and I'm like, hey, Ron, I'm pretty sure that is going to shoot straight down into my tubes. So he was one of the Pro-Am guys. I had a 1-3 show out there, and I'm like, I'm right under it. They're literally just going to shoot straight into the tubes. And finally, I got him to adjust it a a bit, so
that's funny.
Wouldn't do that. And at 60 feet, it was pounding into the ground too, so it would have really hit hard.
Yeah.
So, at what point in time did you guys really start to sell out SkyWars and it become as big of a attendance as it is today?
I mean, it was after 2020. It was after after we moved to the Innsbruck site for sure and rebranded with the SkyWars name. That first year was pretty good. So 2020, and then in 2021 was good. Was it 22, David? That the year you were there. You had firing system.
21.
Everybody had firing system.
Yeah, it was 21.
21. Everybody. Yeah. So 2020 was great. 21 we sold out, and we were we were at capacity, And then that was the year everybody had firing system problems.
So many firing system problems.
We had like every single person had firing system problems. I don't know what it was like. It was haunted or something. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah. David had them. That was when one of the Unlimited guy, Steve, his show was a scratch.
Yeah.
And Casa had problems. They had a trunk line issue, and they were on the older Apex version that didn't tolerate that very well. Like there was some other, problem, and it was. Oh, and I think is that the year that Scott Shue had
like the same year too.
Problems where he had
same year.
modules set to test.
Yeah,
and the next year we sold like 2/3 as many tickets. Like it had a major impact on sales. And then we came back the next year and just went crazy. So that was a great show. And then it since then it has sold out, and now it just sells out early and earlier. This year in particular, I mean, it was 5,000 tickets in the first.
It was quick.
It was. Tickets went on sale at 10. I was at the office. This SkyWars thing doesn't pay the bills, obviously. So, I had a meeting. It got over at 10 o'clock, and I said, tickets are going to go on sale. So I'm just going to run out of the bathroom real quick, come back, and I'll sit down and just make sure that everything's going well. And I sat down, and we'd sold 4,000 tickets in 5 minutes.
Holy smokes!
And I was like, holy cow! So it's a great problem to have, but it is interesting. So,
wow.
I mean, are there any opportunities at all at the current site to go to expand that, or are we just kind of like maxed out as far as space goes?
Kind of maxed out. I mean, I think maybe last year when we talked a little bit about the site, and we had big plans to try and expand it, and got a bill back from the contractor for $1.5 million to do the grading and tree removal we wanted to do, and that. Pretty much, it's like that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So, certainly not on a site that we think we're going to be on through probably 2030, and after 2030, we'll be looking for something new. I mean, obviously, we're kind of looking now, but I'll call it casually looking. So for now, as we keep saying, like it's not broken. Like we would love for it to be enjoyed by more people. That would be great. But we have we have enough people, and we have the budgets to put on. World-class shows, and I think if we just keep doing what we're doing, it's not, it's probably okay. And so we're looking for other opportunities to try and improve the event. And for now, we'll probably just keep it the same size. But I mean, certainly if we go to a new site, we'd like it to be twice as wide as it is now, just to give people, we're having to, we get that tree line down the sides. We're trying to get people to not pound that with their single shots, and
that was my problem.
But it would be nice to have. I want you to be able to hit that 75-degree angle outside on the edge if you want. I don't care. So I think it will look awesome, but we need a little more width to be able to do that.
Yeah.
FireTech firing systems, built for control, built to perform. Stronger signal, total control, lightweight. Compact, ready to go. This is FireTech.
And I know David kind of brought up, talk a little bit, forgot just about some of the rules and some of the guidelines. And so, I mean, as far as the pro-am crew looks like what are they kind of working with this year?
I mean, similar rules to the past. So, products got to be 1.4 Pro. No fireballs, no, nothing like that. No DMX for those guys. And I will say it's either 1.4G, professional use only UNO 336, or UNO 431 is pretty much what you've got to be working with. So, and in some cases, we've had cases in the past. There are some suppliers out there that will not sell to someone without a ATF license, display operator's license, even though it's professional use only product, but it's not regulated. That's just one of their rules. So if that's what you want and you can get your hands on it, great. If you need our help getting your hands on it, that's fine too. but this is not regulated product as far as the ETF is concerned, and so that would make it eligible for use in the Pro-Am division. Then obviously on the Pro division, it's a little more wide open. Although this year, we've had a lot of DMX in the past. We're kind of going away from it, so it's technically allowed. Although we're officially discouraging it because it is a fireworks competition after all. So, and I have just my personal opinion. I've yet to see a really great use of it. It can be fine. There's some things, but the bar for great DMX lights, if you've ever been to a really big concert, is really high, and it's just hard to do a great job with it. So we're not saying that you can't, but we're and then of course the usual Girandolas, rockets are not for SkyWars, and then we always look a little, if you have a long hanging item, a wind bell, something like that, we're always looking at it a little carefully. If it gets windy, we might ask you to pull that out. But other than that, the products are, you're pretty use whatever you want. And we're good up to 16-inch at SkyWars. Although these days it's hard to get your hands on large diameter stuff that's worth a damn. Not easy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well,
and
they're a supplier that get you 10s and 12s from the U.S.
And they're obviously more expensive than they were a few years ago. So.
That is true. That is true. So take a really good 8 over a meh 16 anytime. That's for sure.
Well, you're just so far back. I mean, 16 is just so far away. It's hard to get that impact.
Right. Yeah. I thought the one that the K-cap shell that
the Memorial one that we had was
a beautiful shell. That was really nice.
Yeah.
And that was F&F. Whose shell was that?
That was F&F. Yeah.
I've seen an F&F 16 that was fantastic, and then I've seen one that looked like a 6. So it's just hard to. And I don't know if it was just the shell selection or if it was difference in manufacturing. I'm just not clear. And you hate to find out the hard way. There's only one way to find out. That's the problem.
Yep.
Yeah. And I know like the Pro show is the same as usual. Like we got to bury like 7s, 8s, 10s, 12s, all that kind of stuff still.
Yeah. Anything over 6 is buried. Yeah. So 8s, 10s, 12s, 16s would be buried. Yeah. Anything else can be racked. Gotcha. The usual stuff. I mean, I feel like we've got a great relationship with with Fire Marshal. Yeah. He knows what he wants. We know what he wants. I think we all know how to put a safe show up there, and those inspections are, although they're still the longest inspections of your life. It's like one fireworks show takes 2.5 hours to inspect, but I feel like we got it down to almost 2 hours now, which is nice.
Yeah. He enjoys talking. That's part of it. It's the experience. It's the experience. He enjoys talking the whole entire time and makes it entertaining.
Well, it's just and now it's like a lot of guys, especially if you've shot before. It's there's enough people that have been around and they recognize him and he recognizes them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's going on, dude? So it's it's nice.
And then I know we haven't mentioned yet. I'm assuming Bill Corbett's gonna be out there.
Yeah. Bill will be there. The Fireball dudes will be there in force per usual.
Okay.
I'm not sure what he's gonna do yet. I'm not sure he knows what he's gonna do yet. It'll be big and it'll be hot. Is what we know.
Yeah. And lasers for intermission again this year. And
lasers for intermission. I'm sure the drones will be back.
Good.
So that's always a nice one.
Well, my question is, can I use the drone guys in my show also?
We are a fireworks show, not a drone show.
So he's not saying no. He's just saying you have to have fireworks on the drones.
On the drones.
We may or may not have had other people ask that question already, and we told them no. Part of the reason, and of course, I'm always open to anything. But part of the reason is, all right, where are you going to stage them? They got to take off from somewhere. So that's a challenge. And then, like, where are they going to fly? That is not going to be unlike when they actually fly and they're over the fireworks, it's like, where are you going to have them?
Yeah.
So it does add some. It adds some complication for sure.
Yeah, because obviously in the pro shows you got fireworks across the entire field, so
Right.
there's not a great spot for them to fly.
There's not a place for them to fly. That was the thing. It was like, where are you going to fly? Well, it's maybe for just that part we're only going to fly drones. I'm like, I don't. We're a fireworks show, so yeah, we're a fireworks show. It's good.
Yeah.
And then I know that obviously Friday night we have pyro activities on Friday night still, and on Friday.
Pyro activities Friday night, and we'll have the blind pyro competition. We'll have demos per usual.
Yep.
And then Thursday night meet and greet. Although we're kind of, I'm not ready to make any announcement yet. We're playing around with a little something on Thursday night. We will see. We make a change there. Try to do something a little different and a little fun.
All right.
And then
we're still working out the details.
Yeah.
All right.
And then any word on blind pyro teams? Are we in that selection process? You looking for teams, or you have teams?
I believe we have 3 slots that are filled, or we've got interest, and I think I still have one that is open as of right now. I need to check my list, but I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. Not completely full, but close.
Okay, if you get applications from KCAP, they're automatically denied. So they can no KCAP blind pyro. Yeah, you have to automatically deny those. So
this is not my year, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, this isn't your year, Dave. You're busy. You're busy too.
I don't think so.
You had your chance last year, and you bailed on us.
That's right. You did bail. You bailed on me at the last minute.
Yeah.
We were scrambling.
Yeah. You could have been the one that ended up with the. You could be the one that ended up with a cake that went 5 minutes too long.
4-minute cake.
I mean, yeah, that could have been you.
It's the longest cake. We did we did on the we've had some sound problems on Friday nights. Sometimes caused by somebody used a bad USB thumb drive in their audio box, which happens. I've been the victim of that particular little thing in years past. But last year we were having some kind of weird generator thing. So this year we contracted with the sound guys who do Saturday night and said, "Would you also do Friday night?"
Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
Okay, cool.
So Arch, the guys from we'll have professional soundmen and all that. So let's just take one more thing off the table.
Yeah.
In the vein of what did we learn last year and what can we make better this year? It's all we do. It's actually a simple recipe.
Yeah.
And then do we have another closing display show on Friday night this year, or
not yet? But that's our intention. I thought that worked out great last year.
It was awesome. It really helped keep the people there, I think.
Yep.
Through the demos and such.
Yeah. And that's always one of the challenges. I mean, the challenge with the competition is the last show could not be the best one. You know, it could be the worst one, and then or it might not go at all. And then it's nice to have something at the end of the night. I mean, one of the ways we get around that during the actual event is we put Corbett's Big Fireball at the end. So that's something to stick around for, even if that last show is not what you hoped it might be. Although they're always great, but you just never know. So I thought it was really nice. It was a nice show. We combined it with some learning events during the day with finale and with Spirit, and I just think it turned out good. So we're hoping to do that again. Obviously we need somebody to take the lead on it, and hopefully there's a sponsor that's interested in it, but that's kind of what we're thinking about right now.
And then I know obviously the spectator passes are sold out, but you guys do have pyro passes. Where are we at on availability for pyro passes?
We've got quite a few left.
For the pyro community.
We are 2/3 sold out. I think there's 300 and a little bit less than that. There's over 300 tickets left.
Okay.
So a good
need
amount.
To get on that then.
I need to send my order of 50 into you then.
Well, if you're you probably. I am holding some back for Cruise, but if you need 50, we probably need to get that moved.
What about holding back extra for sponsors?
Yes, we've already taken out for sponsors and for Cruise, a reasonable number of tickets. But if you need more than that, then...
There was only 50 tickets, Donnie. You took them all.
I took them all. I took everybody's tickets. They're all mine. Sorry, guys.
And then, one of the other things, just thinking about, how do we help the crews? One of the things that's, and this is true at every fireworks event. I mean, it's true at PGI. The seating is a free for all up front. Yeah. And, we don't, it's hard to police. I had two guys that did nothing but for 3 days, they just sat there and argued with people over moving chairs and taking up too much space and roping off too much and putting down a 50 by 50 foot tarp and, just all the stuff that happened. So, now one thing that's different, if you look at some of the maps, you look at like an aerial view of where people sit, everybody's clustered in the middle, and even on the front row out to the sides, there is nobody. It is completely green space. So in talking with Innsbruck this year, they're like, hey, we're just going to not rope that area off for pyros anymore. Is that okay? You don't sit there anyway. And I'm like, I don't blame you. It's empty space. Somebody could be sitting there. So, but I think that, one of the things that's occurred to us is, the crews that are out there that are working all week, we want to make sure they've got good seats. And, we've definitely had cases where they, are not able to sit where they want to sit because they were busy working in the field and somebody else showed up and plopped their chairs down. And so it's like maybe our number one should be, all right, let's make sure you've got your area, and then everybody else can fill in around you guys. So.
Yeah,
I think we'll have a little less field, and a lot of people want to sit on center somewhere, and they're happy to move back. And so we're going to have a smaller pyro area, and people can sit where they want.
Yeah, somebody who shot shows. I appreciate being able to sit front and center, right, and watch. I mean, even to the point of, like, not complaining, but sitting at the shooter table watching a show, it's like everything's off kilter. I'm like,
it's a horrible place
press the button, and I just want to run to the center and be like,
it's a terrible
just
place
watch the show.
Sure. But just can't. When I guess we could, let everybody look at the back of our heads right on center, just sit there.
Sit right there in the middle. Yeah, that's where I was.
I mean, of course, the best place to watch the whole thing. Now, it's not the best for sound because you get a delay, but I mean, you sit all the way at the back. The shows are beautiful back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see everything. You really see the layers. It's just nice. And but I get it. People want to sit up front.
Yeah, feel it a little bit.
That's where the energy, all the pyro energy, is right on the
Yeah, cause I know it's like I mean, for a lot, especially out in the field. I mean, you have your chairs with you. Like, you don't have the luxury to bring like extra chairs sometimes, and you have one chair at the pirate scene. You got one chair you're using all week while you're out there working. So it's good to have be able to have those dedicated spots for our crews to be able to at least know they've got a spot where we can go and afterwards and watch from.
Be like, here's where we're at. So we're going to work on that this year, and just let's get that roped off early, and you just can't sit there, and then people can fill in around.
Nice.
I do like that argument. That's always just, well, why do they get to sit there? And I'm like, well, you mean the person that's been here for the last 5 days working? Why do they get to sit there?
Mm-hmm.
You just got here? I don't know. It just seems fair.
Yeah.
And then for the crews, pyro crews showing up. I mean, what's our time frame for, how early we're going to be out to build together on site to start kind of work and stuff like that. And
I mean, we keep moving our security up earlier and earlier because we want people to be able to start putting product down. So, I mean, I'd like to get you guys in the field on Monday if you want to. I mean, last unless there's weather issues, we've pretty much been done with field striping and all the measurement and that stuff by Sunday would be our goal. So I mean, nice. I think this year a little bit earlier, try and get you guys out there on Monday.
Yeah. Good. Food vendors and everything lined up, ready to rock and roll, and got a band.
Fector is going to be back doing the food. Our great caterer, he does such a great job. So yeah, he'll be back, and we'll have good eats. We eat pretty good out there, I feel like.
We did.
It's not like the old days, the pre-Caleb days when I think one year we had Olive Garden or something. Yeah, so that was not awesome. It's all kinds of little logistics you don't think about. It's like we keep going more porta potties, and now it's like, we're done. Now we have to have them serviced, so there's enough people back there, bring them in. It's just all the little stuff like that you don't you don't think about.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything like really big that stands out that you guys still need to figure out for this year that you're still like an unknown still for this year?
I mean, beyond what we're going to do for the mass launch, it's a giant question mark. So beyond that, I think we've got a pretty good handle on it. You know, we're planning to expand the. Last year we was the first experiment with having like the vendor area and having the tables and stuff. And
that was awesome.
It went really well. People liked it. Gave people something to do during the day, and we'll expand that this year a little bit.
Good.
So you know that'll just be a change. We'll plan to have some more just signage there. Trying to be a little more organized about deliveries if people want to order from vendors. We usually are behind the eight ball on that, so we're trying to get ahead of it. Trying to think of other new things this year. The shirts, you know, usually apparel. We're ahead of the game on apparel. I have like the most of a design done. We're going to have those online earlier, and this year we partner with a new vendor, and they're going to ship. So you'll put it on the website, and if you want to, you can pick it up there, or you can, you know, if you pay a fee, they'll ship it to your house, and you can.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So that's really cool. What else is new? Oh, the elevated trophies this year. So that'll be something new. The Champion of Champions trophy is a WWE style $2,000 weight belt.
Oh, wow! Nice. Oh, nice.
Custom made metal. I mean, it's going to be hot.
That's awesome.
That'll be a good one. And then we're looking at just on the regular trophies as well. This custom glass maker is working with us to come up with something there. So, you know, we're going away from the tall, standard trophy and trying to make it something that's just nicer. And I think it's going to turn out good. We'll see. We'll try it. If it doesn't work, we'll do something different.
Yeah.
I mean, for champions, we got to have a better.
Seems appropriate, right?
Yeah, right. We got to have something.
Yeah.
Something there to win.
That's what we thought. So we haven't. The design's not done yet, but I think as soon as we get something that's, we'll probably post a picture of it online or something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. looking forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah,
this has been fun.
I think this has been real fun. Yeah, we appreciate you coming on, Rob.
It's good to catch up.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah,
you bet.
I am looking forward to SkyWars. I will tell you that.
Yeah. I'm sure all the competitors are still going to have questions for you. I don't think we answered anybody's questions tonight for them.
Probably
so
not.
I mean, I don't want to answer questions for them. I don't want to answer their questions. I'll have questions for you when we get done recording, but I don't want them to.
That's the next 45 minutes of problems.
The next 45 minutes.
That's
my questions.
That was it. That solves it.
Yeah, I get my question. Let's hop into our final five here with Rob and see how Rob does on these final five.
I didn't know there was going to be a speed round.
Speed round. Yeah, okay. five questions. They're all pretty easy for you. I think you got this.
We'll see if I can.
So question one: a bucket list event that you have not yet attended.
Probably SkyWars, right?
SkyWars 2026.
I've wanted to go to Pyro Alley in Berlin. Yeah, that's been on my, and I'd like, and it's right at the beginning of September, and then I thought afterwards I could just head down to Oktoberfest.
Okay.
That's been on my list for a little while. I'm having some problems selling that at home, but I think maybe I could get her. Maybe I could get her to go.
You got to incorporate some other little piece in there that
right.
that she'll like a part of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that has. I mean, there's obviously a lot of great events, but that's one that's one I saw it early when I was trying to figure out how to make SkyWars bigger and better, and it was one of the events I looked at. I had the opportunity to go to Montreal a few years ago. That was awesome. And actually, I went on a week when there was a Wednesday and the Saturday, so by just staying for 1 week, I actually got to see two shows, which was really cool. But Pyro Alley is a little bit more like SkyWars, where you have it all. It's all closer together. So. Not all on one night. I think it's on 2 nights, but
cool.
Would like to see that one day.
Nice. All right. Question 2: favorite fireworks show that you have shot or you've been a part of?
Favorite fireworks show that I have shot. That's a good question. I mean, those couple at SkyWars were pretty cool, I have to say. There's always, and it's funny because the things that are memorable are the ones that go sideways.
Isn't it?
That's the funny thing. So, I mean, from a final result, not my favorite. From a most memorable, which I'll go with, that is a club show. I'd gone all out on this show, and it was one of our early in the year events. I think it was April, and I don't know. I had 1,000 cues out there, which is nothing now, but at the time it was like every Cobra in the club was pulled in this thing. And this is back when nobody had lipos yet. It was all AA or 9-volt batteries. And the weather drops down to like 28 degrees at showtime. And I'm looking at everything is running out of batteries. So it's also, it's like, P0 over here. And I'm like, hey, run over to number 12 and put a new battery in it. And so he puts that in. And I'm like, 14's 0 now. And so go put one in there. So we put like 7 or 8 batteries in, and I'm just watching them all go down. It's like P5 because it's so cold.
Yeah.
So we finally shoot the show, and I have probably 50% of the mods in the field are showing P0.
Oh.
And I'm like, we got to go. This is also the same night that I was telling you I had used a non-sanctioned thumb drive in the audio box. So I can't get the audio to go. And then on top of that, I had a case of Dominator 6-inch shells. Every one of those things broke at about 100 feet in the air. And there were, I mean, I'm not exaggerating, there's 100 fires. There's 100 fires. It's cold. Part of some of the fires are across a creek. One of our safety guy is like wading hip deep through the creek to get to the other side to put the fires out. And at one point, a club member comes up behind me, and he passed me on the back, and he goes, "A lot of fires out there." I said, "Yep." And he goes, "You thinking about calling the fire department?" I said, "Yep, getting close." And he goes, "All right, well, I'm out of here." He left. We did get the fires put out. Many thanks to Jack Lindsay for wading through the creek. I thought Jack was gonna have a heart attack afterwards. He's laying on the ground. I was like, "Is he okay? We may have to take him to the hospital." But we got him out. And even though the show actually mostly still looked great, although without music, and now it is one of my most memorable shows for sure.
That's funny. All right, question 3. If you could only have one, which would you choose? Hand fire or e-fire?
Oh, e-fire all day. Yeah, I want to stand back and watch the show. I don't like to. And the hand fire thing, one of the first, I only shot a few hand fire shows, but one of them I was sitting in front of a bunch of 5-inch shells. And again, the same guy, Jack Lindsay, was with me that day too. And I, lit one, and when I pulled the leader off of it, the one next to it must have fallen off, and it caught the one next to it. So the one goes off, and I turn around, and a 5-inch shell went off, 3 inches from my face. And I was like, I finished the show, but I'm like, yeah, I don't love this. I'm gonna stand back and e-fire from now on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, question 4. What is your favorite firework effect?
My favorite firework effect. This is a good question, and I would say one of my favorites, just because it's a little unusual. Maybe it's a tie. I would say I love a shell full of cross sets when it breaks, and especially there was one I had years ago. I got it from Casabella. Couldn't tell you what it was, but it was like a crackling time rain cross set kind of shell, and it was just beautiful. The other one is, it used to be this thing called 100 Dragons Dance. I don't know if you ever got it was a wind bell, but it had, I don't know, 8 or 9 pieces under it, and they would all spin as it.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
It was really cool. And another one I got from Casabella, and Jerry says he can't get anybody to make them anymore, which is too bad, because they were really cool. They were really, really cool.
All right, the most difficult question I have all night: does pineapple belong on pizza?
No, God no.
Come on. All right. So we're ordering pineapple pizza for SkyWars, and that's all we're gonna. I'm gonna tell Caleb just to bring pineapple pizzas for Rob. That's why he'll serve him.
Do it. They can't do it.
Oh my goodness.
That's a Sunday night special or Saturday night special.
Yeah.
That's a surprise for the meet and greet for Thursday night.
That's a Thursday night meet and greet surprise.
You guys are pro pineapple pizza? Is that what I'm understanding?
Oh yeah.
If I'd have known that, I would have come on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Tough.
Oh yeah. Well,
some good stuff tonight.
We covered some ground, that's for sure.
And we had a little bit of challenges to getting to this point. So I mean, some scheduling conflicts and work and.
Thanks for accommodating my delay there, but we got it done.
Yeah. It's always worth the time, and always enjoy talking with you and be able to sit down and just chat about SkyWars and some stories. And it's always kind of cool to hear some of the old stories from how things were before.
There's always something.
Yeah. Well, want to say thank you to our sponsors. We have Mucksport, obviously. CJ, thanks again for your help and sponsorship. We have FireTech, firing system of the season. Probably going to see that maybe out on the field this year at SkyWars.
I heard a rumor about that, actually.
Maybe.
Actually, might be a whole show of that.
Yeah. And then T-Sky and Winda. Huge shout out to them for sponsoring again this year or this season. Without you guys, we couldn't make this possible. And obviously PGI, that's coming up in August, so 8th to the 14th. Looking forward to that. And I think we have one more episode this season.
Still trying to work out the timing, I think, for a little bit.
Still working on that, but
on the scheduling.
As long as we get this one on, it's going to be one of the most epic, I think.
It'll be fun. It's going to be fun. So it's going
to be a fun one. Yeah.
Get some schedules lined up, I think.
Yeah. So.
But again, guys, I want to thank Rob and coming on. And unfortunately, if you're looking for tickets, they're sold out this year. So you have to try again next year. But
Pyro tickets. We got Pyro tickets.
Yeah, I got Pyro tickets. If you're a Pyro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take them all. So sorry, guys. They're all mine already. I'm gonna be telling Rob after this. I need all 300 left. But anyway, guys, we got one more episode again this season, guys. We'll get that out here to you as soon as we get that scheduled up. But in the meantime, guys, go out there and unleash your inner pyro with us.
This has been another episode of Pyro Unleashed. Come back each week for more industry insights, technical tips, and awesome pyro designs. Have fun out there, be safe, and as always, remember to unleash your inner pyro with us.